Hello everyone, my name is EnvoHip, and this is the greatest HE you've never heard of. I'm making such a strong claim because throwing it will grant a huge advantage to CTs on the B side of the map when they want to prevent Ts from rushing or taking map control. Now, I'm going to show you the nade in action, how to throw it, and then I'll get into some stats and theory. So in order to throw this nade, you'll be a CT coming out of lower. You want to keep your crosshair lined up with the corner of this pillar and bring it down to the shadow below it. You want to keep the top of your crosshair at the bottom of the shadow, lined up with the pillar, and whenever you're coming out, you want to make sure you strafe around this corner so you don't hit it. So it looks something like this. It may take a long time to master this grenade as it has a very high margin of error, and even after you master it, you may not land it every time. There is one miss that can still benefit you. If it bounces off the bottom of the train tracks, it can still damage Ts running down, but every other miss will yield no such results. This margin of error would normally be an issue for other grenades, but because this one lands at a key choke point of the map, I think the benefit of landing it far outweighs the risk of missing. In the best case scenario, this nade will do about 45 damage to a T running down the stairs, and it'll slow them down due to tagging. The nature of this nade allows it to be stackable by multiple players. The timing works out so it will have the most benefit from the CT with the best B spawn. If they throw it correctly, it will hit Ts with a slightly better than average spawn. Throwing it from a worse spawn could still be beneficial, as Ts may be delayed from throwing default utility such as a short molly. Now, this isn't just a nade that'll be good for your face-up hugs or MM matches. At all levels of the game, it's common on overpass to send at least one person towards monster. Take this past major, Stockholm 2021. In the 229 rounds of overpass played, 84 of them had 1T running down the steps at the start of the round, and 29 of them had 2 or more. Again, this is only factoring in players who would be affected by this nade, so if you look at each round independently, there would have been a 49% success rate during the major. You should also take into account how each team may play differently. As you can see, this stat has a lot of variance amongst top teams. If I were to compare this nade to something on another map, I think it's most similar to nading down middle on Inferno. It's located at a key choke point in the map early in the round, and T players will learn to respect it and stop going down the steps, slowing down timings for short beat and monster rushes. If this nade enters the meta, the amount of damage it does on average will decrease, but the impact it will create towards timings on B will still be worth it. If you end up using this nade, please let me know in the comments and tell me if you'd like to see more content. Thanks for watching and have a nice day.